Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? So my name is Vanessa, as it said on the video, and I am an international award-winning motivational speaker, YouTuber, entrepreneur, Kidpreneur as I like to say it, and author, audio author and an artist. And today I'm going to be sharing with you all how I started my journey of speaking and dreams. Now raise your hand if you've got a dream in this room. Raise your hand if you would like to learn how to get to those dreams faster. Now, everybody's got a dream, don't they? And I've got a dream that I would like to share to you. Is that okay with you guys? So, my dream is to meet Ellen Degeneres. Now, raise your hand if you know Ellen Degeneres. You guys are good people. I know you guys. You guys are good people. Now, Ellen Degeneres has always been my second idol because my mum is my first. But she is my second idol because she helps people with giving them money and she makes them happy, and then you see that type of positive emotion that she gives to the people that comes to her show. So that is my dream of meeting her. So if you know somebody who knows 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 Ellen or who can get in touch with me, it just doesn't matter how long it goes, just let me know if anybody knows any connections, and just let me know because it will be absolutely amazing to meet her. So, as I said, today I'm going to be talking about dreams. So, as I said, what are your dreams? And how are we going to get your dreams faster? How will you get to your dreams faster? So that is what I will be teaching you guys today. 5 simple steps to get to your goals faster. Who likes the sound of that? So the first step is to find a why. Now, what is a why, you may ask? The why is your passion or the reason that you are doing something, actually. So if somebody's dream is to inspire and motivate children, which is actually my why, is because they get a warm feeling inside. Well, that's how I feel when I make other people happy, because I'm happy that I make other people happy. Who feels the same in the room? Now, a why is so important, but the only thing is your why needs to be bigger than yourself and your relatives, doesn't it? Now, it needs to be stronger, because if your why doesn't scare you, then there's no point of having it, because it's not going to give you any different results. It's not going to make any difference in your life, is it? So, my question to you is, what is your why? The second one is, can you handle criticism? Oh, criticism is a very, people take it as a hard way of success, to be honest, because you will get criticism everywhere. Now, I mean everywhere, from the world around you, whether it's your family, your friends, just random people. And they will tell you that you can't. Some people will tell you that you can. But what most people do is the higher percentage of people, they actually just let that hurt them. And then they're like, oh yeah, I started doing that like, let's say a week ago, but then I kind of like stopped doing it because I just took the criticism. People told me I couldn't, so I just couldn't. Now, what Michelle said, I didn't know if you heard, but once you start doubting yourself, other people will start doubting you as well. Is that true? Now, criticism. Now, I have handled criticism, but yes, it is very hard. Because as I go to school as well, some people are homeschooled, like Tegan here, but as I'm trying to say is, I go to school, and as I shared my business and my award to my school, I got criticism and I got support, which is what you will always get in your journey of success or whatever you are doing. Am I right or am I right? So the reason how I handled my criticism is that you need to stay in your own bubble. You need to stay in your own zone. Don't let anybody pop your bubble, if that makes sense. Because if you let them do that, then you're just going to quit your dream and then you're quitting on yourself. Do that make sense? So my second question to you is, can you handle criticism? But the other question I have for you is that think of the 3 biggest discouragers in your life. They aren't your biggest discouragers. You are. The third one is, do I have fear? Oh, give me an ooh. Now, do I have fear and how can I remove it? Which I will be sharing with you guys today as well. So I don't know if any of you had heard me speak before, but I show these methods to many people. So let's say that you start off with a huge circle of love. And then you have a tiny circle of fear. That doesn't look like an F. And then you have a tiny circle. Sorry. And then you have a tiny circle of fear. But as you grow up, suddenly your love circle and your fear circle, they start to go opposite, which means your fear circle grows larger and larger and larger as your heart circle grows smaller and smaller and smaller. So this is how it's now, and then that is how it is now. Does that make sense? So, and that is obviously because of the conditionings of the society, and what most of us need to know is that we can't have this fear, and then we can't have that in our head and having all that fear. Even though I teach people how to be fearless, but I wouldn't want to touch a spider or a snake. So I'm learning with you guys. I'm learning with you, because I'm still a child as well, if you guys noticed. So who understands this method? Cool. So fear is literally false evidence appearing real, isn't it? Because, to be honest, it actually appears like an illusion in your head. Because it appears real, but actually it's not that real. Because you never know. Your child could be a doctor if you're a parent. Your child could be a doctor, but then you don't like hospitals, and they would have been working in a hospital in their future. So you don't know what your future is or your child's future if you're a parent. Am I making sense? Now, the fourth one is to never, ever, 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 ever give up. Now, can we just raise your hand and say, I will never give up! And I will not let anybody steal my dreams. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, the reason why we should never give up is I actually invented this morning, actually. I just thought I would fit that into my speech for you guys. So, as a speaker, you kind of need to improvise these days. So, I see success as a mountain. Now, this might not look like a mountain, but I think it looks like a mountain. So, anyways. So, this is the mountain. Let's say it's the mountain of success. Now, this is the mountain of success. So some people just start climbing the mountain as anybody would if they're on their journey of success. So then they stop here. And then obviously if you're climbing a mountain, you're obviously going to get tired, aren't you? So yes, you can just rest here. But then you're going to have to start going again till you get to the top. Am I right or am I right? But many people do. They just stay here and then they're like, oh, I don't really want to climb any higher. They just kind of act lazy and then they go back down again. Am I making sense? Now, we need to be the person who climbs to the top and gets to our dreams and our success. Now, and then once you get to your top success, you're not going to go down because otherwise you're just going to go way down and then you're going to have to start all over again, even though it might not be a problem to you. And then you're going to have a huge other mountain, which is your second dream, and then you're going to go higher and higher and higher and higher. So So never give up, because if you give up, you're giving up on yourself. And yes, if you go to school like I do and you're a child, yes, you don't want to go to school, or if you're homeschooled, you don't want to wake up in the morning and you just want to go back to sleep, because literally that is me. We were actually filming a video this morning and I couldn't believe how I woke up. I was sure of this. To be honest with you guys, I haven't told this to anybody, but it almost takes me half an hour to wake up in the morning. It is true, because I love my sleep. And I don't know if you guys do, but I'm not a morning person, just to let you guys know. But, as I was saying, you don't want to wake up in the morning, or you're just going to be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm tired, oh, why do I need to do this? And then all these things going through your head, and then suddenly you just give up. But when you give up, you're giving up on yourself. But the fact that you've got that why, which brings us to our first step, as we said, when you think of your why, when you remember that why should be able to carry you over and over and over and over again. So, do you have a strong why? Can you handle criticism? Number 3. What was number 3, guys? Fear. Yeah, Bridget said it correctly. Give her a round of applause. The third one is fear. Do you have any fear? And can you remove that fear from inside of you? If that makes sense. No, not like literally like it's fear taken out of your body. But I think you guys understand what I mean. And then the 4th one is to never give up, because otherwise you're giving up on yourself. So as a famous quote says, when you feel like quitting, think of the reason why you started. Because otherwise, you don't know what other value you could have been giving to those other people on the other side of the mountain, do you? Because when you give up, you're also giving up on yourself, but then you're giving up on the other people that you never got to reach. Because it's not about you, it's about your audience, it's about them. Don't be selfish, because I bet you that you are not the only one going in pain right now. Or you're not the only one who doesn't want to wake up in the morning. Everybody goes through these type of things, whether you haven't gone it, whether you're going through it right now, or whether you've gone through it before. So don't be selfish, just be free. Because it is not about you, it's about the other people around you. Because actually, I was at an event and I wasn't quite well. But I made that effort to come to that event and speak at that event, because I haven't quitted an event before. Now, because I done that because I value my audience. And I want them to take value from what I'm going to say, because in my opinion, I know that I give value. So as I was saying, my journey of speaking started last year in March 2016. So it all happened when we attended our first motivational event. And then we saw one of the speakers there. His name is Inspiringvanessa. And we always used to watch him doing Facebook Lives and things like that. And then what happened was we finally met him at one of the events. And then what happened was we finally met him, but something hit me that day. Can you guys hear that? I don't want to do it too loud. But something hit me that day, and then I realized, wouldn't it be amazing to inspire and motivate children? Wouldn't it be amazing if I could actually teach them to believe in themselves and to have courage to be who they want to be? Because really, it's not up to the adults, it's up to our next generation. Which I am your next generation, just to let you guys know. And I just felt that. I felt that, and I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Because once you find your passion, you go with your gut instinct, and your gut instinct is saying, oh yeah, you should really go for that. Oh yeah, you should really go for that. Am I making sense? So once you get that gut feeling of what you like to do, then go for it. And if it's not working out for you, then just go, you silly gut feeling, or you just go and move on to something else, right? So then, ever since last year in March, I had always started doing speaking. And yes, I was not confident like this on stage. Otherwise I don't know what I would be doing, to be honest. I don't know where I'll be now. Because yes, you will start off nervous because you've never done it before. And to be honest, I had never done public speaking before, but you probably think I've been doing this for several years because I believe that I'm well. But what I'm trying to say is that you will not start off amazing. You will not start off like any of the other well-known speakers, but you will start to grow and you will gradually get that unless you practice. And then you will need to practice and practice and practice and practice until you will get better and get comfortable on stage or whatever you're doing, whether it's your passion or your why. Am I making sense? So ever since then, I'm doing speaking. And then I met some amazing people. Now, I can't really tell you how many people I met because it's quite a lot of a credibility list, I'll tell you guys. But I will tell you the people who I met that I know precisely, if that makes sense. So I've met Eric Thomas. Raise your hand if you know Eric Thomas. I met him last year. I also met, who else did I meet? I met Jake Robbins, which is Tony Robbins' son. He's a very good speaker. Who else did I meet? As you guys know, it's quite a long list, just to let you guys know. And I met some other amazing, fascinating people. But I'll tell you something a little bit quickly about something. Hopefully I don't rip this again. Oh no, I didn't rip it! What success! So then wait, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, the people that I met. But then imagine that this is you. And I know you don't look like a stick man. I definitely know that. I can see your faces. But then, these people, I don't even know if this looks like a stick man, but pretend there are a couple more people like that. And so that's you. And those are successful people. Well, let's just say good people, because I'm not going to spend my time writing that. And those are good people. Now, but these are successful people, or they're millionaires, or whatever you want to be. Now, you need to surround yourself with that sort of environment with those people. Because if you surround yourself with millionaires or billionaires or successful people, and he had the same successes that you want, then you will become a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever you want to be. Is that making sense? So I surround myself with some amazing people. Oh look, it's Eric Ho! Eric Ho is one of the people who I surround myself with because he is a great role model. But as I was saying, I don't know why my lid keeps on dropping down. But as I was saying, these are the positive people, these are the successful people. So once you surround yourself with those people, you start developing the same mindset as they do. And then you start to think the same way that they do. You start to feel the way that they do. And then suddenly you change into them, but you're still yourself. Am I making sense? So now, I don't know, people know me quite well for doing exercises when you close your eyes. So, I can still see you from here, so I can see if you're closing your eyes or not. So don't think that I can't see you. I know Dan is doing the camera, so I know what you mean. Okay, so I would like you to all close your eyes. I can see if you're closing your eyes. Carolina, close your eyes. Now, when you have a dream, you need to get to that dream, because otherwise you don't get to the top of the mountain. You need to get to your dreams, so then you actually fulfill that dream, and then you have your dream and you're living it. When you have that dream, you actually feel happy. Because trust me, life has a way of pushing our dreams down every once and again. But what we need to realize is that we can't have that fear. We need to focus on our dreams. Because sometimes it will feel like that something is pushing you down, and then sometimes you go through some really bad pain. But then your dreams are important. If you know that your dream is important and then that you know that you will have that, then you would do whatever it takes to get to that dream. So be who you are. Be who you are to the others around you, and just get to your dream. Do whatever it takes. Grab every opportunity. Because I'll tell you something about opportunities. They're like bubbles. I like bubbles, to be honest. But when you have the bubble, sometimes they flow away. So you need to pop them, which means that you've caught the bubble. So if you want to remember me this way, if you don't know how to remember me in another way, is to have that type of what is it called? When you see an opportunity, or you get an opportunity, and you get that opportunity, you grab it straight away. Say to yourself, I've just caught a bubble. I've just caught an opportunity. Because that's how I believe how opportunities are done, even though opportunities aren't really bubbles. But your dreams and desires, they are important to you. If they are important to you, then you would have done anything it takes. And if you're not doing that, your dream isn't important. If you're not doing that, then your dream isn't actually that special and valuable. So get to your dreams now. Do whatever it takes. Because otherwise, you would be giving up on yourself. And that's just sad. Because you don't want to give up on yourself, because then some people fall into depression. And then you kind of like, why didn't I give up? And then you look at yourself now, and then you're like, oh, it doesn't matter if you're 25 or you're 35 or you're whatever it is. And then you're like, oh, why haven't I got to my dreams yet? Why have I not got to my dreams yet? And then you're like, I've actually quitted my dreams. And then you look back, because life isn't about regretting the things. It's about doing the things that you love to do. It's about living the life that you love and that you have imagined. It doesn't matter if your parents want you to be a chef, or your parents want you to be whoever they want. It's your choice, so follow your dreams, follow your destiny, and follow your instinct. You may open your eyes now. How did that feel? Good? Now, I normally am known for these type of exercise things because I quite like them. But as you know, your dreams are important. And if your dreams are really, 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 really important, you need to get to them. Because believe you me, when you get to your dreams, you will feel fulfilled. You will feel amazing. Am I making sense? So, if you knew how that felt, just stand up. And then, well, there are a lot of tall people in this room. And then stand up and say, I will do whatever it takes to get to my dream. I will do anything. Because I can. And I must. And I will. Now give yourselves a round of applause. You can sit down now, by the way. So if you'd like to learn more daily motivation, I'm on all social medias. I post quotes of my own. And also, who likes free things? I like free things. And if you'd like some free things, you can go on hacademyinsider.com, if that's correct. And you'll get some free things, so just go to Mr. Eric over there. He'll give you the information. I don't know if... He looks quite wondrous. Or you can go and visit our H Academy stand, and they will tell you more about the free things. I didn't want to scare you there, Eric. So you can find me on all social medias. I am On YouTube, I post every single Friday, motivation, random stuff, to be honest, just things that I normally like to do. And if you didn't know, I've recently launched my first audiobook, and this audiobook is based on for 3 perspectives. Now, the first perspective is a child's perspective. So raise your hand if you're a child. Whoa, I didn't see that. And and if you're a child and you want to be a kidpreneur or princesspreneur like Tegan says, or whatever you want to be, then this audiobook is for you. The second one is if you're a parent and if you have children, wanting the better future for your child, then if they know me, I recommend that it would be a nice birthday present or anything for your kids, if you know. And the third one is if you just don't even know who I am, you just met me today, or you haven't met me but you want to meet me, whatever you want to call it, and you're just a random person and you're just looking at a girl just telling you a speech and stuff, then those are the 3 main perspectives. But obviously there are many more, but those are the 3 perspectives that I definitely know. So if you go onto my website right here, www.inspiringvanessa.com, and it is also on a special offer. Now this offer will not be on for long, so grab your audiobook now, guys. You know what to do. So it's about an hour, if you know what I mean, but it's about, let's say, 55 or an hour, and you can listen to it, you can cut parts, listen to it however you want, and once you finish listening to the audiobook, you can email me. I can give you my card if you come and see me, and then you can email me, or you can contact me on social media telling me which part you like the most about the audiobook. So thank you all for listening to my speech. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.